and having a good time. And slurping your drink. And everything. What makes bowling so much fun? Gosh, you do! A roll with laughter. Come on in this weekend or after school.
Men's, women's, juniors, and mixed leagues are forming now at a Funtime center near you.
Strikes here on the air. 2:23. Wow, what a great game.
That is the way to do it.
Yeah, this is Ray DiBenedetto from Bowler Lanes.
Ray has a 113 in the 6th frame. Honest fair in the 7th.
See how he does in the spare.
127 in the 7th frame for Ray. Oh, same place. 131 in the 8th frame.
All right, this is Chris Freemesser from Sunset Recreation. Steve.
Oh, bad break.
Now, you know, these boys are the older boys, so they get to sit around and they get to wait till everybody else in the show bowls. And when you first come out here, I don't care who you are, it's not easy to sit for an hour and then pick up your bowling ball and be expected to perform. Now, both of these boys have very high averages, both of them over 170. Very little handicap, good players. Just takes a ball to loose it up.
Nice fair.
So now as we go to the 9th frame, Ray DiBenedetto from Bowler Up. He's a junior at Sperry, 17 years old with a 172 average, 256 high game, 647 high series.
Chris bowls over at Sunset Recreation where Billy Portino is the manager.
Ray's using a full fingertip ball. The lanes are hooking a little bit, so you got to use extra speed.
Larry Miles, the junior coach.
And he gets 9 of them. Well, these boys are bowling against the king of the host score of 187, held by Dirk Crabe from Oak Hill Country Club. And that score can be beat, but these boys are going to have to get it going. Chris Freemesser back up, a 10th grader from Aquinas, 15 years old. As I mentioned, 171 average.
What a ball. 150 in the 8th frame on a strike in the 9th. Centers that participate in the Junior Bowling Show but are not represented here today on this show are Brighton Bowl, Brockport Bowl, Brunswick Fairview Lanes, Cal Bowl, Don Brothers Lanes, Eastside Lanes, Kirkins Airport Lanes, Kirkins Pleasure Lanes, Kirkins Reynolds Lanes, Letchworth Lanes, Livingston Lanes, Lions Lanes, Lions New York, Mount Morris Lanes, Oak Hill Country Club Lanes, O'Gallen Lanes, Clyde, New York, Perry's Bowling Center, Perry, New York, Rose Garden Bowl, Roseland Bowl, Scapano's Paradise Lanes, Seneca Lanes, Wolcott Bowling Center, all part of the Junior Bowling Show, but not represented here today on this particular show.
See how Ray finishes out here. That was a better ball right there. Good shot, Ray. Finally got his speed back up. You know, but it takes a little time to loose it up, and you just can't come out firing. If I tried to do that if we're sitting down an hour, we'd probably break a leg or something. So Dirk Crabe at 187. I would have guessed that Chris Freemesser can beat that score if he can get a mark. 158. Now back to Chris Freemesser. You want to talk about a young man with some credentials. He bowls in the school traveling league here in the Rochester area. He goes to Aquinas. Broke Joe Cook's school record of 290 and 550 in a 290 game and a 555 two-game series. Isn't that something? Broke the Aquinas record, and that's something.
No, Pat, I'm not sure, but when Ray was bowling, I'm not sure. I failed to mention Bowler Roll Lanes when Ray was bowling, and Vince DiNapoli, of course, the manager. And Betty Turzo, the junior head coach.
Okay.
So I like to make sure I get them in there.
Well, that strike there by Chris Freemesser gives him King of the Hill, I believe. Yes, it does, Tom, our new King of the Hill. So we've had the two older, this half of the show, we had Michelle Leo just missed Queen of the Hill, Todd Elhart's King of the Hill, Deanna Manusa's Queen of the Hill, and now Chris Freemesser's a new King of the Hill. So we've had some tremendous bowling here this second half.
Excellent.
Wow. So 195 for Chris Freemesser from Sunset Recreation, and that's Tom. That's King of the Hill boys, 15 to 18, and of course Ray DiBenedetto. Ray's hooked a little bit for him today, but he's a fine bowler. Both those boys, both averaging over 170, is tremendous.
That's right. Super.
Well, Tom, we just want to remind everybody that if you haven't joined the league yet, get to the Bowling Center, because the only way that you can participate and have a chance to bowl with all these fine people is to be in a league, right?
That's right,
You have to do it.
Oh,
Okay, well, we're going to talk to all those great youngsters, and how about that 223 game? Wow, isn't that something?
Super Bowl.
We're going to take a break and see how they did it right after this.